I'm assuming you know what a top 10 is, you know what Smash Bros. Stages are, and you know what the word worst means. So let's skip the opening theatrics and get straight to the list.
Number 10.
Gaur Plains. Gorgeous location, amazing music, garbage stage. Most stages you fight for central control and try and defend your territory. In this stage, the center is one giant nothing. This leaves everyone awkwardly camping at the sides where you can die at low percentages to runoffs. And even though Metalface's taunts are hilarious, he also has a hilariously awful effect on this stage. He's easy to avoid because the stage is so dang big, and unlike something like Yellow Devil, who takes over the stage he appears in and is very important, Metalface's explosion is so small compared to the stage that he's rarely even worth KOing. I hate going here, but I am excited to go to this HD Gaur Plains next year.
Number 9.
Frigate Orpheum. What is it about Metroid stages that just want to make your life miserable? But Orpheum is by far my least favorite. At first glance, it's pretty harmless. A couple of floating platforms randomly move around. It's pretty tame. And then
my life got flipped, turned upside down, and
I just hate this effect. In some situations, this 180-degree stage flip will just straight up kill you. Even though it doesn't happen that often, it's such an awkward and destructive thing to keep in mind at all times. It just isn't fun.
If it's not fun, why bother?
Number 8.
Final Destination. I know. You probably saw the thumbnail and you were like, oh no, he's really gonna do it. He's really gonna say it. And yeah, you were right, I am gonna say it. Final Destination ain't that great, especially the newer versions of it. On its own, FD is probably the most iconic Smash Bros. Stage. It's just one flat platform and that's it. It's where you fight Master Hand, and for a lot of us growing up, it's where you fought your friends with no items and minimal distractions or intrusions. Now, besides the fact that good ol' FD isn't quite as fair as we imagined when growing up, I actually have a problem just looking at this stage these days. I know that crazy effects and transitions in the background of this stage are a tradition, but between the blinding lights of Smash 4 and the dizzying twists and turns of Smash Ultimate, I just find this stage to be completely distracting to play on. And even with Omegas for a visual variety, it's just boring. If I want simple, I'll take Battlefield over this any day.
Number 7.
New Pork City. Ever since Melee, there started this trend where every Smash game wanted to reveal the new, biggest stage of all time. Hyrule Temple was a hit, and its weird variety of platforms and areas made it a fan favorite for party players. But Brawl's New Pork City is bigger and badder. And by badder, I mean not bad like cool, just bad like not good. It's a mess. They just dumped platforms all over the place. This looks like Baby's first create a stage. It's huge, but most of that size is just empty space that doesn't really encourage interacting with the other players. I don't even hate the Chimera that can one-shot you, but he's just like Metalface, a tiny hazard in an otherwise enormous level. We were wrong about Ridley, but New Pork City is actually too big.
Number 6.
Hanenbo. Electro Plankton is one of the most relaxing games I've ever played. It's a gorgeous, ambient musical tool that can put you into a zen-like trance. So why they thought this peaceful, tranquil game would translate well as the background for one of the most chaotic video games of all time is beyond me. In the context of Smash, Hanenbo is bland, eerily quiet, and just awkwardly designed. The platforms and ledges aren't always consistently grabbable, and it just makes me sad that a game that I love so much is somehow responsible for causing the world so much pain. Dear universe, I'm begging you. I would like -1 Hanenbo and +1 Electro Plankton 2. And you know what? My wallet's completely empty right now, so in order to afford Electro Plankton 2, I would also like +1 $50 bill.
Number 5.
Mario Bros. Hey, remember that old Mario game that's infinitely worse and less interesting than pretty much every other Mario game that came after it? There's a reason that this one doesn't have the word super in front of it. It's because it is not super. Here's a stage that replicates that old arcade setup. Right down to the enemies, the POW block, and the fact that you can run straight through the stage left to right on the bottom. You know what they didn't consider? Whether or not replicating the exact layout of an ancient arcade game would work in a platform fighter. This has got to be the most difficult level in all of Smash Bros. To get a KO in. It's crowded and covered with walls and ceilings, meaning most of the time you're just gonna get bounced around like a pinball until you hit a tech and then continue living at 200%, 300% and beyond. I'm sorry, Mario, but the good Mario stages are in another castle.
Number 4.
The Great Cave Offensive. Well, here we go again. Another new Smash game where they boldly roll out the new biggest stage of all time, and it's bad. What the hell, Sakurai? This is insane! I've played 8-player Smash at a party on a 60-inch TV screen, sitting just a few feet away from the TV, and I could still barely see what on earth was going on. What is this? A level for ants? You can tell they really wanted to do something special. Minecarts, cannons, multiple weaving paths, this mechanic where you only die if you touch lava at over 100%, but in practice, it's just a clunky and complicated headache. It's an appropriate title though. This stage is offensive.
Number 3.
Icicle Mountain and Rumble Falls. You probably don't even remember these stages because both of them were in just one game before being deleted from the Smash Bros. Universe forever. Vertical auto-scrollers just don't make sense in Smash Bros. Without having the time to actually fight, in a fighting game, both these stages are miserable survival games. I hate them both. A lot. Icicle Mountain for having an asinine vertical movement up and down like it's the frickin' Tower of Terror. And Rumble Falls for being already uncomfortably fast, and then it hits these random speed-ups that make it way, way worse. I actually like some auto-scrollers in Smash. I think they can be stupid fun. But these two, just plain stupid.
Number 2.
PacLand. You know what's worse than a bad auto-scroller? A bad auto-scroller that looks hideous. I mean, I get it. It looks just like PacLand. But why, of all things Pac-Man, did they want to bring back PacLand? That's like if they made a Mario stage based on that old arcade game. Oh, right. Well, just like PacLand, most of this stage is completely flat. It's the plainness of Final Destination, plus the ugliness of Hand and Bow, and the uncreative auto-scrollingness of the levels we were just talking about. It's an awkward invitation to deaths at less than 20% on the left side of the screen. Why did they bring this back for Ultimate? The 3DS Pac Maze was perfect and featured the most iconic thing Pac-Man ever did. I'm sorry, little yellow dude, but Sakurai did you dirty.
Number 1.
75 meters. This is it. This is the trash of the trash of the trash. Welcome to the stage where almost the entire stage doesn't have room for 2 players to stand next to each other. How could a stage this massive have nowhere to stand? And why 75 meters? The infinitely more recognizable 25 meters would have at least given everybody a place to move. It just baffles me. Just on principle, I have to take this stage off my random rotation. I dug up the old official Smash Dojo posts from 2008, and I found some real gems for quotes. You're kidding, right? This stage is a bit strange. It feels pretty free, but at the same time, kind of restricted. This stage has a flavor to it that isn't found anywhere else. You know, I think I can agree with that. It is a unique flavor. It tastes like shit.